How's it going, my brothers and sisters? So I got a little download, got a little interesting, not really theory, but this is what I want to talk about. I want to talk about some real shit right now. We kind of gonna get into sound and vibrations type shit. You feel me? My phone's at 20%, so let's make this quick. So, bruh, check him out. So, I was watching a video about sound and vibrations because I'm trying to figure out how my powers work and shit, and it's like I was going down a rabbit hole of like angelic beings and shit because that's what I am. I'm an angelic being, and I'm not the same type of human type shit. You know, it's like I'm actually something completely different. But with that, it's like what we know about angels is angels are usually known for like their songs, their angelic. It's like the singing. It's like at least that's the symbolism I correlate with angels is their singing and their ability to like fucking hit like high notes and shit like that. I don't know like light and shit, bright lights. It's like they remind me of bright lights and like singing and songs. But with that, I started looking up because I was like okay, because I started looking up like what I was from, like what type of angel I was from, because they're angelic beings with it's 12-strand DNA. I was like, my shit ain't 12 strands. I'm like, my shit is more than that. And so I looked up like angelic beings with like higher strands of DNA. And then we got to, so I think Oraphim is what they're called. Oraphim is what we're called basically. So I found out that those strands of DNA, like those beings with higher strands of DNA, are called Oraphim. And the male, it's literally like it's Wikipedia. You can just Google it on Wikipedia. But the dudes were talking about how, or like the people, like whoever wrote it, said that the male Oraphim are known for it's like they have more electric, like they electric electric field. It's like yeah, it's like they work. It's like their abilities are more electric field and the females are more magnetic field, and it's like when they're together, it's you have an magnetic field. You feel me? And it's like that's part of the reason why it's like it's necessary for both of these. It's like for us to come in as duals because hey, motherfucker, you do one part, I do another part, and it's like when we come together, that's when the machine is fully functioning, which is our heart center, because an electric field isn't complete without a magnetic field, and a magnetic field isn't complete without an electric field. You feel me? And so it's like I have an aspect of that ability, and so does my partner has an aspect of that ability type shit. You feel me? But with that, I started Googling because I was like, well, shit, how the fuck do you use this? Like, how do you use this as a, like, I'm trying to figure out how my superpowers work and shit. Like, how do I use this? And I understand that I'm able to I'm able to charge particles. It's like I've always been aware of this. Like I can charge things and it's like I can imbue things with my energy and shit like that. But my issue was like being able to move objects and shit. It's like I struggle with that. It's like I can move the wind. I can move like water and elements. That's just because there's a lot of different charges within it, and so I can manipulate the charges, which manipulates the elements basically. And that's what plasma is a charged particle type shit. It's like plasma is the creation blocks. It's like imagine plasma as the electron field. You feel me? It's like that. It's like I can control the electron field of shit and move things. You feel me? But it's like without the magnetism. It's like without the magnetism because I still struggle with that, and it's not my specialty because it's not meant to be my specialty because that's why I have a counterpart. That's why we come together, and it's like together. It's like we have that ability, but separate, it's not as strong because, hey man, no one man should have all that power. You know, no one man should have all that power. Is basically what they're saying. But as I was doing my research, I found a little video where the guy was doing experiments, understanding how vibration can move objects type shit. And basically what he was doing is he was vibrating these concrete plates up to 500 pounds. He stacked them on this piece of wood, put them on this like plate or like this like pizza pan, and he vibrated the pizza pan, and he was able to slide the 500-pound plates of concrete. But when the vibration was off, he wasn't able to slide it. And then someone in the comments had commented how with sand, it's like with sound, it's like things can levitate, things can bounce. You feel me? It's like sound can make things levitate, make things bounce, make things move. You feel me? And when they said that, they also explained that how like people would turn on the like, have you seen those videos where people do like the sound vibrations, like the vibrate, like the sound plates with the frequencies with the sand on it, and the sand changes structure. Now, what I got immediately when I read that shit was I got the full is like I got the download of the science of it, because the other people in this like comments were trying to figure out how to make things levitate, or how you would move such heavy rocks in ways that seems impossible. You feel me? And it's the sound, it's vibrations. But you feel me? It's like, okay, yeah, where you going with that? But notice how I just talked about how the sand, it rearranges itself based off the frequency. If you've seen those videos before, it's like they'll really rearrange themselves and sometimes even float. With that, with that, what do we understand about atoms, and what do we understand about our physical reality? Everything's a perceived vibration, ain't it? Even this rock, or even a rock, and I just got this foil, but even this foil, if I was to vibrate this foil a certain way, the actual atomic structure of the foil and the atoms in the foil would realign themselves differently to give this piece of foil different properties. It would give it different properties. Basically, like those big ass pieces of stone. If you sit there and vibrate it to a certain frequency, it's like all that. It's like, because there's nothing but empty space in this. It's like it's nothing but empty space in this. So if you were to tune those big ass boulders to a certain frequency, guess what? It's almost as if you turn them into air. You feel me? It's like you almost turn it into air type shit, because it's hard to explain. It's hard to explain because I'm like, this is the first time I'm even getting this type of understanding, but it's like what I imagine is just it opens up the density. It's like instead of being compact, it's like you start buzzing it and then it expands. You feel me? And like imagine, only example I have is you listening to music. When you listen to music and you're, not, say you're not in a dance mood. Say you go to the club, they don't got on your song. They don't got on the dance song you want to listen to. You feel me? They playing some doo-doo garbage. They playing straight trash. So they playing trash. They playing some future, like, I'm not gonna say future's trash, but it's like, like not so positive music. You feel me? Like they're playing future. It's like you sitting there like, man, you know what we need? We need some of that early 2000 music. They was hip, and then they turn on that early 2000 music, and then you start, whoa, like you got hella energy and shit. You start bouncing and shit. You start, bro. The music is like music. Imagine how music makes you feel. That's changing your frequency. It's like it's making you buzz to either make you lighter, make you heavier, make you feel certain things. X, Y, and Z. You feel me? The list could go on. It can charge you. It can steal energy from you. It can do a lot of things. You feel me? And so it's like, again, people would sit there and be like, how the fuck did they do this shit? And then when I think about instruments and shit, I'm like, bro, what are these things? Like, who was the first motherfucker to come up with a trombone? Like, who were the first motherfuckers to come up with a guitar? Who were the first motherfuckers who even thought of this shit? And the thing is, you probably can't sit there and really find an answer to it. Why? Because it's actual technology, bruh. This ain't even just, it's like, bro, these are actual, it's actual tech. Like, the way music makes you move, even if it's not syncing up, or maybe the way it makes you feel, it changes your vibration. You feel me? Now, imagine that same thing. Imagine music for rocks. Imagine if they had rock music for rocks. They sitting there playing the rock tunes. Guess what? The rocks start elevating, because why? The rocks feel lighter. It changed the structure of the rock. And basically, that's it. That's what the science behind it. I mean, there's way more to it. There's really not much more to it, realistically. It's just tones. It's like tones and shit. It's like certain certain amplifications. It's even with that, it's like there's some tones we can't even hear that fucking can do crazy things. You feel me? And it's like levitation. All of that's possible through fucking vibrations. You feel me? All you got to do is match the frequency. I just don't know how to do that shit. You know, I don't know exactly how to do that shit. But it's possible. It's possible. How is it possible? Motherfucker, we see examples of it everywhere. Everywhere. Even that, bro. Even now, I'm thinking about the buildings, bro. Like, you think about, like, the ancient buildings and shit. Like, these big-ass fucking monuments where it's like, damn. Some motherfucker was really cooking on this shit. And, you know, they'd be like, oh, buildings were made with sound and vibration, this, and this. Imagine, check him out. You got a big ass, like, same motherfuckers was just like, all right, look, motherfucker, we got a new project to work on. We got to build this building. So what we do, it's like, shit, nigga, we need material. Say the motherfuckers was like, look, bruh, what would be easier for us to do? Carve this motherfucker or build this shit one by one? You feel me? It's like building from the ground up or just taking pieces off of it. You feel me? And basically, that's how these buildings were built, bruh. It's like, imagine motherfuckers put a big ass stone slab. They were like, look, motherfuckers, we want to make this sick ass building. So what we got to do? We got to make this big ass stone slab. We put this big ass stone slab in the middle of this bitch. What do? Vibrate that motherfucker. You vibrate that motherfucker, and guess what? It's almost like the sun, it's like almost like the stone turns to Play-Doh type shit. It almost, like, even when it comes to like earthquakes and shit, when you have a big ass earthquake, what happens? The dirt and the mud from the vibration almost acts like water. It almost moves like water. It's almost malleable like water. So check him out. You start blasting that stone with the vibration. Guess what? It's doing its vibration thing. You start sitting there playing with it like it's clay. You start molding it. Guess what, bruh? When it's like, wouldn't molding be a lot easier and a lot less time consuming than sculpting, than sitting there with a hammer and chisel? Like, doing that shit instead. It's like, instead of doing this all day, motherfucker, we just molding it. You feel me? It's like you just molding the building. Bruh, that takes way less time, takes way less effort, and you could put a lot more passion into it. Why? Because you're not sitting there doing a tedious activity. Why? And not even just that, but it's hands-on, so you are putting your soul essence. You're putting your essence into that building. And that's part of the reason why these buildings it's like you can go into these buildings and you can feel presence of someone else was here. It's like someone else was here. Something different was here. Why? Because motherfuckers was touching it. They was making it. They used it with their bare hands. Did that shit with their bare hands. And motherfuckers be like, they needed some crazy technology. They didn't really need crazy technology. All you had to do was buzz it. Buzz it to the point it fucking becomes soft. It's like buzz it to the point it becomes soft. It's like with a massage gun. It's literally like with a massage gun. It's like, bro, with a massage gun, what do? You sitting there, you let the vibrations do its thing, and what does it do? It makes that tension, it smooths it out. It makes it soft. Why? Because I really don't know exactly why, but you get what I'm talking about. All right, that's what we got. That's all we got, because my phone's finna die and shit. But, hey, bruh, realistically, that's a crazy-ass download, and realistically, that's some crazy-ass tech. It's really not crazy-ass tech, but it's dope. It's dope that we can do shit like that. And I want to figure out how to use it, but, I mean, I'm getting the information, so maybe they're getting ready to just give me the technology to be able to make it happen type shit. You feel me? But, yeah, that's how you get it done. And even with that, imagination, too, if you understand the power of your thoughts, they probably have some type of tech that could amplify the waves of their fucking brain. It's like they probably have some type of technology to sit there and amplify their thoughts, because that's more vibrations. And if you have thought vibrations, like, motherfucker, imagine if you sitting there with your thoughts and you're just like, you got the machine buzzing the cinder block. As the machine's buzzing the cinder block, you use your brain to mold the cinder block the way you want it to. And it's literally it's like transforming atoms using your mind type shit. And again, plasma, because what is keeping the whole block together? Plasma is keeping the whole block together. And so if you can mold that plasma just with your brain, that's how your brain works, motherfucker, that's how your brain works. That's how it's operating. Guess what? You start being able to mold the thing. Bruh, I'm getting this shit. It's just way too crazy of information, but good shit, bruh. Good shit. But yeah, that's all we got. Hopefully some motherfuckers gonna pick up on this and be like, hey, damn, you actually spitting. Or maybe motherfuckers really not gonna pick up on it and be like, damn, bruh, this nigga tweaking. It don't matter. I just had to get that shit out. But peace out. It's Isaiah Raw. It's Isaiah Raw. It's Isaiah Raw. But peace out. Hope you guys have a good one. Much love.